Hey everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Today's episode is a little different because I wanted to be transparent with all of you about a decision I made regarding the future of this podcast. After a long thought and reflection, Kaiya Talks Podcast is officially continuing as a solo podcast. This wasn't this wasn't a decision I made overnight. It came after several experiences that showed me the direction I need to. Yeah. So I had a co-host, and I'm not gonna be afraid to say it. I had a co-host and we were supposed to be working together. If you guys looked at my Instagram, you saw who she was, who this individual was. And with just things that was going on, and just, I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm just gonna say what she just experiences about, like, not experiences, but what she felt wasn't going with the podcast. She felt as though the podcast wasn't moving the way that she wanted to, that she wanted it to go. I had met with people that said they wanted to collab with me before, and we never really got to a start date on when we wanted to start. Um, so when we finally met, she decided to say that what kind of hurt my feelings was if we really gonna talk about it, because this video might be lengthy, just because that the reason why this resulted to me taking a break anyway was because 3 weeks prior to us even like meeting and introducing us, that's what I'm gonna do things different. If I bring people on, I'm gonna do a 30-day trial based on how we interact or just do stuff, right? And she felt as though the podcast wasn't moving fast enough. Things were not getting done. Mind you, I know nothing about building a studio. I know nothing about how what it takes to get a podcast. Because when I see podcasts, I see people that are in company spaces and just I thought maybe this could be a podcast. Well, this is what I like to call. I like this to call this my podcast setup. And I just got to buy the little mini mics or whatever. Um, but when I go on Instagram, I see everybody's starting podcasts, but they have their own different things of how they run things, and the people that they bring on. And she felt as though the podcast wasn't taking off. There was no episodes being made. There it was nothing. Mind you, on both ends. This person never said they wanted to start an episode. They never really wanted it, right? It's not, I'm not gonna say didn't want it. They never brought to my attention that they were ready to start recording. Because let me tell you, I would have started recording. I would have started doing things my way. What I'm doing right now is my Instagram and TikTok to bring more people to the channel. But this person never made a decision that they were ready to record. And it got me upset because weeks leading up, this person went back and she deleted the whole Instagram. So I have not Instagram Five. She went back and she deleted the whole Discord server. That was meant to bring people in. Like we was doing guest appearances, we was just doing like little small stuff, right? She went back, didn't talk to me. We gonna say that she did not talk to me before we, and I'm not again not afraid to say it. She did not talk to me prior before her deleting the server, and they blew me out the water because again, I try to share the spotlight with people. I try to bring people on and air my feelings in a way. A few days after that, when things were calm after, which I will not announce yet. Obviously, you see the mom journal, but I'm gonna make a video separate to kind of announce that. Um, I met with the other potential person I was supposed to collaborate with. It turned out they're gonna be working together. I cut ties with both of them just because I feel like if you would have said, "Hey, Kaya," say like, "Kaya, I'm ready to start," I would have did that. And so I'm making this video because during my break, I realized I work best by myself. Do I want to continue to try to hopefully bring somebody on so where it can be fun? Absolutely. Do I want to work on collaborations with people? Absolutely. Because I feel like if you work with people, your channel grows, or whatever you decide to do. Whether you decide to do Instagram reels to be building up your YouTube channel, right? It grows. TikTok, it grows, right? So I do want that growth. Don't get me wrong. And it wasn't easy because I've been in Second Life for almost 4 years, and it feels like longer, right? It feels like longer since I've started this whole thing. And just not being able to have a solid friend or a solid, you know, day one, as most people want to call it, it's hard to do. Um, and again, it wasn't an easy decision. It was not. It took me to calm down a few days, talk to different people, get, you know, how can I say, get their opinion on it, and then for them to say that I wasn't wrong for how I was feeling and how I continued to feel about the situation. But I'm going to continue my best on my part to just do it solo. Whether that's doing Instagram reels, whether that's doing YouTube shorts, I'm going to try my best to get things done. Um, the plan is not to I'm going to get rid of old episodes before I even sit and say I'm going to make another one. So this video was kind of made before I took a vacation. I meant to put this out before my vacation started, but I was just pissed. Um, So when I created this podcast, I had a vision. I wanted a space where people with different perspectives could come together, respectfully have meaningful conversations, and create content professionally. I wasn't looking for people who agreed on everything. I was looking for people who shared the same values when it came to communication, consistency, respect, and taking content creation seriously. Seriously, I'm not gonna say we was gonna sit here and say I'm gonna record every day. No, no, no. I wanted two set days, which would have been Tuesdays to Thursdays, which I'm gonna keep as Tuesdays to Thursdays. Y'all probably get two episodes in like 4 days. 2 episodes in 2 days. Yeah. So I wanted to hopefully I say that right. But I wanted it to be that way. And I had no problem I'm gonna say this. This particular person had to tell me when they were ready to record. Never did they mention that they were ready to record. Never never they bring it up to my attention they were ready to record. And I feel like the person she was already working with, she did it behind my back. I didn't even know they were going to be working together until I met with them in real. And I'm not saying everybody can't start a podcast because you definitely can. But as my friend or bestie, as you want to say, you should have told me. You should have like brought it up to me, and she didn't. Unfortunately, some recent experiences made me realize that wasn't the environment I was building. So I'm gonna dive into the situation from your perspective, and I'm gonna dive into it from my perspective and like how I feel about it. So here's where I'm gonna like I'm trying to break it down. Okay. One situation involved a potential host who was unhappy that I wasn't changing the podcast name, a name that I've spent the last 3 years building. Because of that disagreement, our shared Discord server was deleted. Again, I had no issue with the name being changed because I felt like if I'm gonna bring potential people, the name had to be changed, right? But I also feel like my name is Kaiya. My name is Kaiya, and it's gonna end with me. It started with me, it's gonna end with me. The only name change I diverted from was from the Quiet Corner to Kaiya Podcast, Kaiya Talks. I'm gonna shorten it, Kaiya Talks. And this brings a more mature theme with episodes that I'm going to continue to build. Because of the disagreement we had, she did not, mind you, she did not talk to me. She did not reach out to me. She did not say, hey, I deleted the server. I knew when I logged into Discord, the server was gone. So if you see my stories, if you was on Instagram, you see me like, well, I want to say raging. I wasn't raging because I was about the Discord. Because anybody can make a Discord. It was the fact she did not tell me. She went and she deleted it. I logged in to see it. So that's what bothered me when the situation occurred. And this is why I made the decision to kind of just do the podcast solo because I don't want more confusion. I know I want potentially, yes, do I want to bring people on? Absolutely. But I don't like the confusion or not knowing. And again, she wasn't communicating with me when she was ready to record. She wasn't really communicating with me. We was getting steps made to get a building. I felt like a content creation house could have been fun because everybody could have had their own little room and stuff like that. Everybody could have had their own little, content creation area space. Um, I would say me because I was the one running the channel. I was gonna be the one putting things. Did I know how to edit? I don't know how to edit, no. But we would have been doing reels. We would have been doing stuff to get people to engage and then watching and where to right. But again, she did not tell me I was ready to record. So when we finally met, uh, of course she was blocked because I feel some type of way now. As a friend or whatever you want to call me, you should have been a woman enough to tell me, hey, this is what I'm feeling. This is why I had to pull back. And I would have been like, okay, cool. I would have been like, sure, I understand. It is the podcast isn't started. It's not I don't see any results. I don't see anything. Yeah. So now the two are gonna be working together, which I'm gonna dive in. So I'm gonna dive more into that. Um another potential host scheduled a meeting with me after I finished work. I waited nearly 2 hours before reaching out, only to be told afterward how they felt. They since decided to start their own podcast, and I genuinely wish them the best. So again, this isn't to hate on anybody because anybody can do what they please. But when I met, so it was technically two girl that you saw on my page, and there was another one I was working with behind the scenes. I met with her the night I got off work. Waited 2 hours. Mind you, I was dressed. I was before I had anything. Waited 2 hours, so I knew they were planning something. And anybody can start their, which I'm gonna make a video. Anybody can start their podcast, but people don't take the initiative to communicate and stuff like that. And when that's where I feel like you do because. But anyway, I'm not hating on them. If they choose to start it, let them start it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, mine will be best," and theirs not. But if anything, I will, support. I don't want people like that on my team. I don't like that slinkish behavior. I don't like the feeling of somebody doing it right, and then they try to retract us when they come back. There's absolutely nothing wrong with anyone wanting to create their own platform, which is any can create a podcast. Anybody can. We again, Second Life is what you make it. Second Life is what you decide and what you make it. There are so many podcasts. I'm not saying I'm the best one. There's one girl I look up to. She runs her own. It's called what's it called? I don't want to say no. The Pink and Soul Diaries. I watch her stuff. I don't even think she's I don't know if it's a podcast. I can't. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it is, but I watch a lot of stuff not to get not to be competition. Sorry, but to watch it. There's another one. It's just a little bit smaller. And me being up to see up new and upcoming podcast creators, right? So no shade, no nothing, just genuine like connection. Hey girl, I see you, and I hope you make it too. I hope this little podcast takes off. She wished me the same thing. So I like that hospitality too. I believe everyone should create if they're passionate about it. Yeah, don't create because you feel like you finna get views and you finna get views, the likes and the reels. No, create because you want to, and that's what people get like misconstrued is that they go into this thinking they finna pop off. They finna be the next big TikTok star, the big Instagram star, social media influencer. No, I create this just for fun. Many of y'all have been watching my videos when I was on my HP, and if you know, you know how bad that was until I upgraded and got better. Found a PC that was able to run Second Life. This is the longest computer I had that can just run Second Life that has allowed me to create freely, do what I want without paying somebody to come and do a video for me, like without them. And that's what I like. I don't have to pay for anybody to come and make a video for me because I can just do it by myself. Um, that's why I removed the whole intro and outro thing because it takes a lot of time putting it together, and sometimes the videos were hours long. Took inspiration from another current degree who doesn't even have an intro and outro. She just instantly starts recording. And I think it's easier said than done. It's easier that way than doing what I used to do. What I do want to say is that running a podcast takes much more time than simply pressing record. There's planning, there's research, there's scripting, there's editing. Sometimes I record the same section multiple times until I'm happy with it. If my audio isn't right, I fix it. Yeah, so if anything, I try not to talk about the same stuff. I try not to be repetitive in most of that. I try not to be repetitive when it comes to this podcast. Because so many people don't talk about it. I try to add lesbian experiences because I'm a lesbian. I try to add different stuff to it. I try to explore different topics that some people are afraid to talk about. And I think that's what separates me from the rest. Now, do I have my Instagram reels together? No. Do I have my TikToks together? No. But I'm gonna work on it as I continue to get through the old content out the way. I'm gonna finish with reels and TikToks out there so people can be engaged and where they can watch the full episode. I'm trying to do that. Then I create shorts, Instagram videos, TikToks, thumbnails, descriptions, and keep everything consistent across all platforms. Yes, I try to keep everything consistent on Instagram and TikTok. I try not to change it up too much because I want the description to match the video. On Instagram, you have a little bit more freedom because you can do different stuff. Um, you can do different stuff. The same reason why I bought a better microphone. I bought a better microphone because I noticed that most of my videos were real choppy. Most of my videos were real, like laggy, almost in the sense where they were choppy and things would break up and you really couldn't hear me. Now, if you do hear me now, it's because I like better. But if if you also do hear background noise, it's because I can't work in silence. It drives me up the room. But I don't know. So yeah, the podcast is built through preparation, consistency, and commitment, not just showing up in front of the microphone. So yeah, not just because you want to sit here and say I'm the again, I got a video on that too. Um, but yeah, um, so moving forward, Kaiya Talks is staying true to its original version. You'll still see thoughtful discussions. You'll see new series. You'll still get quality content. The only difference is now that the only difference is that for now I'll be doing it on my own. As sad as I want to say that, I don't want to do it on my own. I want it to be able to bring people in. But I have to realize that it's best for me to do it on my own. And that's okay. If I ever decide to bring people onto this platform again, there'll be individuals who value professionalism, communication, respect, and consistency just as much as I do. And with that being said, I'm also putting people on the 30-day trial. I'm going to start putting people on the 30-day trial to see if I click with them long enough. Because if I'm going to bring you onto my platform, we need to be able to click, not just on when it comes to work on and off screen. And I wanted that to be that as well. Now I'm gonna say for most of my scripting, I do use ChatGPT just because again I ramble for most of the time. But it's also to get my point across too. Um, so with that being said, this is a solo project. As suckish as I want to say it, it shouldn't be what it's about to be. To everyone to everyone who is supporting me, to everyone who has supported me, to everyone who has supported this podcast from day one, or if you even if you just like you just found me, right? If you just found me, thank you. This is me, and it's simply beginning a new chapter. We'll see you in the next episode. Yeah, so even if you're new and you found me on, like, let's say, girl, you found me on TikTok or you found me scrolling through YouTube shorts, just know I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for believing in me as much as I sometimes I don't even believe in myself. I get up and record every day just not because I want to gain views, because I like doing what I do. Even when I say even when I don't feel like I get a lot of views or I've had too many videos out, I like doing it because it's fun, not because I want somebody to again. Not how my abs. It makes me feel like I'm talking to you, and like it makes me feel like when I'm recording, I'm talking to you. Like that's what it makes me feel like. And again, people are sending me stuff every day. I don't want the channel to be overwhelmed with new stuff that it doesn't even get seen. So yeah, so I'll see y'all guys. See you guys in the next episode. And bye, besties.